Greetings, folks, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Vinyl Therapy. Now, I decided to do this video because, well, I had a bunch of Funko Pop, and I've had a bunch of and needed to protect them, right? And I wasn't sure how to properly protect these things because I'm not as adept to protecting toys as much as I am protecting comics. But at some point, you gotta protect your investment, correct? Right, folks? And so, through trial and error, I bought a couple of things, to see what would work and what didn't work. I got quick fixes, and like one of the quick fixes that I got were these $1 protection at the local, $2 protectors at the local LCS, the local comic book shop. And well, as you can see, it's got issues. Like if you're trying to stack things on top of it, it's kind of got a bounce to it, and you stack enough of those, you'll let's do this. Yeah, the bounce is going to start to, it's going to be harder to do, you know what I mean? Like there's at least, so I did a little bit of research, looked up other people's YouTube channels to see what was up, and lo and behold, upon further research, this is the brand that came up the most, saying that it was the best. They're called Vaulted Vinyl, right? I decided to get the 80 pack, which is 4 20 packs that they send. And man, these packages are pretty money. Look at this. Fancy as fuck, folks. Yep. Fancy. Look at this. Premium protectors. Now, 0.5 millimeter pop protectors, I don't know, that doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not very good with understanding what measurements is. All I know is that somebody told me that it works, right? And so I did it. And look, let's go look at what the front says. It says UV protection, which is very important, scratch resistant. See this thickness, I don't know what that means for me, but I'm sure that it means something as far as protection is concerned, Deflector shields. I'm afraid the deflector shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive. Hassle-free stacking, see, which is a big deal when you're stacking like a plethora of pops. And use in seconds. Well, not that it really matters to me, or eco-friendly, whatever the fuck. This is in my collection. But okay, cool. I guess added bonus if you're woke. All right, so let's test these suckers out and see if that's any good. All right. All right, so we'll start with my darling Shira over here. Oh boy. Let's first got to open this bad boy, see if it's easy to open. Problem with me ever since I was a kid was that I always had problems opening packages, especially plastic packages, when I don't have the proper tools with me. So you're hearing a lot of teeth into plastic. Oh man, this thing is packed so very packed, so full of plastic around plastic. See, all right, here we go. Let's get this party kind of started. I don't know if it's this. They do this individually. This is kind of cool. They got their logo on it. It's pretty money. I like it. I respect it. Dope logo. All right, so let's see what they mean by seconds to use. Right? All right. Yeah, this definitely feels much thicker than the thinner stuff that I've been using. Now, keep in mind, these are just substitutes. I know at some point I was going to either go with acrylic. I was going to go get more like the stuff that comes from AFA, because those guys are my guys. But at the moment, it's just not economically feasible and space feasible for me to go all out in that way, right? So for the meantime, I'm just going to have to deal with a more cheaper way of going about stuff, you know, because acrylic, as you know, as everybody knows, like that's $10 per thing, and although it's the best protection that money can buy, I got like more than 40 of these things in Jeebus. That's like gonna be $400 about, so I can't afford it. So yeah, okay, well, it's kind of cool. See that? Protected, right? And it's, look, it's kind of shiny. I'm glad that I didn't have to peel no paper or any of that kind of stuff on this. Yeah, so here's the old school one. In comparison, yeah. Let's see the profile. It's a little bit of a bump, but not like significant like this. This is like a real obvious, you know, speed bump. And here we go. Good news that the UPC label won't get covered, so it'll be easy for you to track your stuff if you're using your phone app to keep track of your collection. Which, if there is a phone app, that's the one thing I haven't researched yet. Okay, so one of the pops that I bought already came with this one, and this one seemed like a pretty good one too, but I don't know. For me, and this is just me, I guess, I got a little bit of OCD tendencies, and I just prefer everything to be uniform if possible. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't imagine having a bunch of these and you know, and not have a mix. I'd rather have all of them labeled like this for uniformity's sake. I guess it's an army thing. Yeah, I just prefer things to be, I don't know, symmetric and congruent. But yeah, okay. So far, it's got that same reinforcement, which is good, so it doesn't get easily crushed. But you know, this is not the best protection that money can buy. You know, it's you know, if you have enough force, I'm sure you can mess this thing up, but that's not what I'm going to demonstrate today. I ain't trying to wreck stuff. It's just not in me to wreck anything. Okay. So yeah. So, and this is a therapy session anyway. So what I'm going to be doing is getting all the old stuff out and start putting in the new, right? Now we got a lot of these to replace. I got 80 of these. I don't know if I necessarily have 80 pops, but at the rate that my life is going, shit, I think 80 pops will easily happen for me. Like, with all the things that I've been liking, like Mandalorian, good grief. So many Grogu Bible. I got it, you know, I'm gonna end up getting those, so that's already 3 or 4 on its own. There's so many different kind of Mando ones too, or Din Djarin ones, so yeah. And they've already had 3 different Cara Dunes, and that's just the Mandalorian. I can only imagine how much more when it comes to like other stuff, you know, like Luke, the Mandalorian version of Luke. And whatever Bo-Katan version of the Mandalorian pop comes up, I imagine it'll be without a mask, so that, you know, you can see her red hair and shit. All right. And yeah, so these stack pretty well. I mean, as well as a Funko Pop can really be stacked, to be honest, because, you know, let's face it. I feel a lot better with this than the other one, which the bump was like super obvious, right? But yeah, this feels good. It even, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it actually literally does feel better. Maybe it's just a psychological thing. Who knows? But at any rate, it's a good feeling for me. These vaulted vinyls, guys, I don't think I have to worry about sun damage to my pop. Not that I allow sun into my house in the first place, and I'm so thankful that my boy and my roommate doesn't like lights either. We're like vampires. So I'm pretty excited that we keep things in the dark, except for obviously when I record these videos so that you guys can see what's up. Yeah, putting in some new guys. I know, folks. You guys just don't know how good it feels to finally protect your stuff with premium stuff. Like for those who don't protect your stuff, but as somebody who loves to protect my stuff, there's just no better feeling than having your stuff protected, right? Like if somebody decides to show up and drink soda in front of your stuff, and you know, all of a sudden goofs, right, and make a mess. So at least I won't have to worry too much about liquid now. This one's a pretty good one. This one's pretty flush. It doesn't have a thing. This is a better, whoever did this one, not sure who, but I bought it like as is. So whoever sold this to me was pretty serious about protecting their stuff in a well thing. This wasn't one of them flimsy ones. This one does feel premium. Like I guess I understand the thickness now when they say 5.5 millimeter, right? So yeah. All right, guys. I'll be doing more of these therapy sessions, obviously, because I got a bunch more pops to protect. The only problem is, good grief, look at this. There's so much trash that's involved in paper. Look at that. Yeah, I don't need all that paper. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's I'll develop a battle rhythm for this, like I developed a battle rhythm for when I put in Mylars. So in my last video, this was my most recent purchase. Ahsoka Tano. Pretty excited about this one. I don't think it's the Rosario Dawson version. I think it's the Clone Wars version, but still, I'll take it. I have the Rebels version. I have that one in acrylic because, you know, that's an expensive one. So I had to really protect that one. And the Master Chiefs of the world, the original Master Chief, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, vinyl. I like the way these feel. They stack. Protecting your stuff again is no better feeling than that. All right. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do this to show you guys a good angle while simultaneously actually doing the deed. So bear with me, folks, as I try to do this. Ooh. It's weird the way they have it wrapped / like a snake. You know what I mean? Like I have to keep turning the dial, you know what I mean? Jelly bean. Yeah. So I'm going to protect a couple more, and I'm going to have to save this for another session because, yeah, this video is getting a little too long, probably a little too boring too. Especially for those who are expecting comics to be in my feed this thing. I just want you to know I started off with comics because that's what I have most of, but my channel's definitely going to be more than just comics. I got gosh damn video games and a bunch of third-party Transformers, a bunch of toys, Legos. Yeah, Your boy's a collector, but I focus on comics because comics is the ones that I'm really, you know, that's the one thing that I know it weekly happens. These things, it's a little different. It's like it's definitely a mood thing, depending on what inspires me to purchase a doggone pop. As you can see, I got Star Wars and Masters of the Universe as my main ones that I've been collecting. Yeah, you just wait till you see my classics collection on videos. I have a near complete run of those, and I'm gonna be doing a video on each of those at some point, guys. So expect that if you guys are fans of that. If not, you know, you could always skip that episode. But still, you know, I'm gonna do that. I'm not a one-trick pony. As much as I love comics, that isn't the only thing that moves me. So you'll be seeing a bunch of other things. Yeah, Pops. It's kind of funny. There's a lot of people that hate it, especially in a lot of the circles that I travel. When they make fun of pop collectors. But when they learn the value of some of these pops, they're like, oh, okay, maybe I better shut up. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, check this out. He-Man over here and She-Ra. I'm thinking that these are at least over 100 on eBay. I'm gonna do the research and then post the current price on the videos for some of the things that you see me protect. Okay, so now the problem that I'm running into is making sure that I don't accidentally insert it in the cardboard. You know what I'm saying? Because the cardboard lip, yeah, that could tear up the box or damage the box, and that's the last thing you need with pops. Everybody's very particular about the mintness of the package and not simply just the figure inside. So yeah. All right, cool. Y'all about to see Orko in a minute, folks. Let me create space so that you can see little Orko. Yeah, boy. Dude, he's like the first cartoon character that I remember seeing when I first moved to the States. Fun fact. When I first got here, we went to our uncle's house somewhere around 2 or 3 o'clock, and I saw the end of a Masters of the Universe filmation. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily, probably the beginning of the episode, and yeah, I was like, who is this? He's not in the toys. I only see He-Man and that guy who with Man at Arms, but he don't have a mustache in the toy. What's up? Why'd they give him one? Didn't make no sense to me. At any rate, folks, yep, this is the inaugural episode of Vinyl Therapy, and I will be doing more at a later date. Happy New Year's, and I hope 2021 treats you all better than 2020 treated everybody. So, yeah, till next video, ciao.